YouTube. You're probably expecting me to jump in front of the car right now. But actually this is like still footage from a couple of years ago. And I just decided to use it for my first YouTube video, you know, whatever. Better start now than never. I'm pretty sure I did record this to actually make YouTube videos from like way back when, like 2017, 2018. But you know, whatever, let's just get into the car. So this is a Toyota 86, go figure. I mean, I feel like everyone who's going to find this video in the sea of other videos will know. ZN6, nothing too special, nothing too crazy. Megan Racing exhaust, Megan Racing lower control arms for the front and back. I had gram lights in matte black. I have to go find out the measurements exactly. 17 by 9, 38 offset. Okay. And then I had really wide tires, 245, 45, 17, square setup. Yeah. Here's the exhaust sound. Overall, I enjoyed this car a lot. I would buy it again, honestly, I really would. But I just feel like I'm older and I can handle something way more faster. And so that's the only really con for this car. It's genuinely slow. And with my kind of mods I did, especially like fat tires, it felt faster, but it's just slow, you know. There's nothing you can do to get around it. A couple other people have really cool mods that I'm hoping to make YouTube videos of later on the 86. But yeah, that's the only con really. And that's not so bad if you don't drive too fast. Now, I didn't spend too much on this car, which is really the best part of this car. It's so cheap. For the 2017 86 that I owned, it came with like an Alcantara inside and white stitching. And white stitching, honestly, is better than red stitching, because red stitching can be a little bit obnoxious. But, you know, that's personal preference. Overall, you know, I really enjoyed this car. Again, best car for anyone looking to get into motorsports, get into, you know, actually driving harder and harder. One of the best parts about owning the car, aside from actually the performance mods and enjoying driving it in Blood Mountain and Wolfpen's Gap and all of that, was to actually meet other people who were wanting to push their cars harder than me. And that's always interesting, right? Like, driving a slow car fast is more fun than driving a fast car slow. And so there were certain people who would drive their slow cars, the F8, you know, the 86s, and drive them like maniacs. Like, drive them like I could not either follow their line or I didn't want to follow their line. And, you know, that's why I went with my square meaty setup. I ended up driving really hard and ended up chasing, you know, S2000s and Miatas and stuff like that. I'm kind of always staying within the car class range, but I did sometimes chase like BMW M4s, F80s, and that kind of class of cars too, which were not hard to keep up with in Blood Mountain, but not on 85, not anywhere else. Yeah, you couldn't do that anywhere else. But yeah, so